my goodness, we definitely have a plan.
Absolutely.
So much planning. There's a ton of planning that went into this. We definitely didn't just spend the last 15 minutes figuring out what the hell we were going to talk about because we both realized we forgot to plan. That's not what happened. We had a big plan. We just wanted to make you wait.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
We weren't randomly searching the interwebs for topics.
No, because somebody hasn't watched House of the Dragon. So.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, somebody hasn't watched House of the Dragon. That definitely wasn't the backup plan in case we forgot to plan. So we are on plan C. I mean, we're definitely not on plan C.
No, of course not.
No. Hello. The topic was drama. Well, you know what? Part of that is true. The other part of that was clickbait. You've been clickbaited.
We're professionals.
We're professionals. Actually, there is drama. It's just not the drama y'all think I'm going to talk about because I think my husband has done a fair, good job talking about it himself.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I love the person that he was talking about without mentioning any names decided to out themselves on Twitter by saying that this guy's talking about lies.
Dude, that is my favorite thing. You say stuff without naming names, and then they out themselves. It's one of my absolute favorite things.
Yeah. It's like, oh, okay.
You know what? Actually, the House of the Dragon thing actually reminded me of the conversation I had with my parents. My poor parents. I had told them about watching Game of Thrones like a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, a while ago, right? But I wanted to, I just say, hey, guys, just, they're older. But I'm just like, hey, there's lots of gore, and there's a lot of sex, like a lot, like an almost like shocking amount. Like if you ever have like watched Game of Thrones now, if you've watched Game of Thrones after season 8, right? And you go back and you watch it, you're just like, wow. I forgot there's a lot of sex in this show, But I wanted to give them a heads up just in case they ever wanted to watch it. Then of course I had recommended it during I think it was season 6 or something like that. But they just now finished watching it like last week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Best season ever.
Yeah, it's funny. When I took my dad out, I guess when we all took my dad out for Father's Day, they were talking about, I think they were in season 4. And we started talking about who they thought was going to be the king at the end of the show. And one of my dad's picks, well, one of my dad and my mom were both obviously agreed on this, but one of their picks was Bran. And God help me, I had to stop myself from laughing because like season 4 Bran is not season 8 Bran.
Right.
Right? Like by the time you get to season 8, Bran is so irrelevant, like as a character. And he's not even the same, he's not even really Bran anymore. It was just really funny to hear them say that because never in a million years would I have picked that. Obviously I would have gone with Dany. Dany was like my number one choice, right?
Well, until something happened.
Oh yes, Dany was going to be my number one choice, but then as it kind of went on, I did start thinking, okay, well maybe it's going to be more like divided, like more properly divided up, into like states, like proper states. You know what I mean? Because it was more city based. Like, hey, this is my building, and there's a few villages, but not to like Lord of the Rings standards, right? Where it's like Rohan. Rohan is like that was a country, right? Like it felt proper, right? None of the families really felt like they were like their countries. It just felt like families, you know. Like sure, you might have dealings with the Lannisters, but if you're not a Lannister, then I mean, like the Lannisters aren't really going to fucking like protect you. Like the men of Rohan are going to protect you if you're a member of that country, right? Not just the royal family, you know. So like in that regard, I was kind of hoping there would be more countries by the end of it, right? But Cersei had to go. There was just no way. You're not having peace with Cersei around, you know. You're just not. I just didn't think that was possible.
And
but,
Jamie going back to her like a simple.
I'm sorry.
Destroyed his character arc.
Oh, his character arc started to go a little bit there towards the end by quite a bit. Dude, Sansa, I was rooting for her so hard. Dude, when she got out of King's Landing and she started dressing dark, right? When she went to the Vale, I was rooting for her. I was like, okay, she's gonna fucking like actually like turn around. She's gonna become badass because like she was a little princess that finally got to see that the real world is fucking dark and gritty, right? And she's had a wake up call now, right? Like okay, she's got this, and she never actually like she got kind of on that brink a couple times where she like put her toe over, but she never actually went over it and like became like a strong, like, became like her mom. You know what I mean? Which is kind of what I had wanted. I'd wanted her to become more like Caitlyn, and she never actually got to that point of just becoming like a strong Stark woman. And she kind of just wimpily played her way through the rest of the series.
It's also not helped that her actress is limited, shall we say?
She is. She was really well cast until she wasn't. That's basically the best way I can put it. She was well cast for those early seasons, but then she needed to go over that edge, and the actress is like she couldn't. But then the script also didn't let her, so she could have potentially gone over that edge. Like we could have seen like a, you know, excuse the pun here, a phoenix. You get it? That movie no one talks about, Dark Phoenix. Everyone forgot about that movie. No. You don't remember
it? I got you.
Yeah, okay. No, so the joke wasn't good. It was good enough for silence. Thank you, my co-host. But yeah, no, it kind of just whimpered off at the end, you know. But I was talking to my mom, and we're gonna have to have a full discussion on it, right? A 30-minute conversation does not accurately, you know. I told her, just dump into House of the Dragon. I know you're gonna want to put it down. I know you're gonna want to. Go into House of the Dragon. Wash the taste out of your mouth, you know? Wash the taste out of your mouth. It is much better. Yeah. Is it perfect? No. But God help me, after season 8, just get the mouthwash, you know?
Yeah.
So
yeah, McQueen. It's like,
yeah.
What happened to the Jon Snow we've gotten to know over the course of the several seasons? What happened to you?
I'm not even kidding. It's like after he died, he just never actually recovered as a character.
I mean, most people don't recover from death.
No, I know, but like when he died, after he died. And it's really funny about that is, well, that's where George has left us so far. Although Loki has a game theory about that. He thinks because there's like, because of its contract with HBO, he can't release the books because it would clash with the ending that Game of Thrones has. So Loki thinks that he's already finished the books. is just waiting to do that, waiting to release them.
Possible.
I'm gonna go with.
I think he's just lazy.
I'm gonna go with like show me the money, basically. Like show it to me. I don't wanna get my hopes up, you know. I'm already worried because Josh and I discovered after the stream last week that apparently House of the Dragon has 4 seasons.
Yeah.
And we don't know how they're going to have 4 seasons because we all kind of have a general idea of House of the Dragon as far as like length goes. I know actually a spoiler that happens, but it was kind of hard not to know. And it makes sense. It's one of those, I know what happens to a major character.
And also, this is what, like 100 years before the Game of Thrones, roughly? Maybe a little further back?
No. I think Joffrey says it. Doesn't Joffrey say the major spoiler?
He does.
Yeah. It's not a big,
So it's not that huge of a span of time between them.
200. It's 200 sounded, but I think the opening text of the first episode was 200 years before Daenerys Targaryen or something.
That might be it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Either way, not that long.
Yeah.
And we know the dragons die out by that point.
Yeah.
So, like, we know all the dragons are going to die.
Yeah. Well, it's not just that. It's they're either dead or the Targaryen house is so weak, right? That any remaining dragons are no longer allowing Targaryens around. So I do know they start shrinking, right?
Yes, because they're in captivity, right?
Yeah, but also it's like, I don't know, they're wild creatures that are pretty much allowing you to ride them based off respect. Can you imagine, like, because there's like a psychic connection kind of there, like the inbreeding that starts happening is crazy. Like it is bad for with Aegon and Helena, those two reproduce, but then if you continue making them, you know, it's just not. The last dragon that, as far as Westeros was concerned, it was the size of the chicken. I just don't know.
No, that's funny.
I just think, first of all, I would love to have a chicken-sized dragon. I think that would be amazing. But also, like, I don't know, I kind of feel like dragons would eventually, like, some of them left. Like, I feel like some of them definitely left. Just nobody wrote that. I just feel like that would be obvious for them to have left. I don't see why they would continue staying there, you know? Like, I feel like they would leave. Like, some of them would. At least, like a couple would leave. But that's not explored or talked about or anything, so I guess it can't be canon. I just feel like they would leave. This feels,
I still think that one shot from season 1 where the one kid is like flying his dragon in the storm, and you just see the silhouette of the other dragon behind it, and it's like, oh my god!
Yeah,
really gave you the scope of how massive these things are.
Yeah, well, how much smaller his dragon was.
Yeah.
So House of the Dragon, we can't talk about it until Josh decides that he wants to watch it.
I'll get caught up. I'll get caught up.
Yes. Let's see, because I have a lot to say, and I can't say it because I'd be spoiling it. All right.
Okay. I'll get caught up. Don't worry.
I'll put it this way: we have our Umbridge and we have our Voldemort of the series. Okay. All right.
Okay.
And everyone knows who it is. All right. Well, actually, you know what, Josh? Guess who the Voldemort is in the Umbridge, because Voldemort was evil. Okay, but you hated Umbridge. You didn't hate Voldemort nearly as much as you hated Umbridge. So Hold on, let me move my mic a little closer. Just realized
my
it's very
goodness.
far away. Hello there.
Hello.
Who do you think? Who do you think is Voldemort versus who do you think is Umbridge? Just out of curiosity.
Is it Chin Guy?
Chin Guy? I don't know who Chin Guy is. I actually know the names of the characters, which is very shocking. Okay.
Let's see. Again, I haven't watched it since House of the Dragon season 1. So
what do they look like? What's their character like?
He's got the eye patch. He's got the epic chin.
Oh, Aemond.
Aemond.
No, he's not either one of those.
Okay.
In fact, I would go ahead and say he's one of the only mentally sound people currently in Westeros. I'm not even kidding. He is one of the only mentally sound people. So
that's a statement, because Westeros is a place I would not ever want to visit.
Okay, everyone has problems there, but everyone wants to pretend like they don't have problems. Aemond not only knows how problems, but is dealing with it in a healthy manner. So I give Aemond fucking credit. Okay, he knows he's fucked up. Is okay with being fucked up, but is also getting help. Okay, he's getting his own little version of therapy. Okay, for that. So, and it's not a bad version of therapy either. So it's one of those where you're just like, okay, yeah, we're living in a place in which in King's Landing, as far as royals go, Aemond is the like most mentally sane person, at the moment, I would say. So, yes. That is worse. There you go. So, well, if you put it that way, it's like, because I'm putting it in a different way, where it's like there is a bad guy, right? But then you have this other person. You're just like, wow, you are the worst. You are the worst. So. Voldemort's a give me. You should. It's very obvious who the Voldemort is. Who's like the one person you can think would be the Voldemort? The obvious bad guy.
I forget her name. The chick.
The one chick. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. That's your Voldemort. You will have to watch in order for me to confirm about Umbridge, but you'll know who Umbridge is. You'll know.
I'm drawing a blank on her name. Is it Raquel?
No.
Alicent. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Alicent is Voldemort.
Okay. But
that's obvious because she's kind of been the bad guy. But she was also doomed from the very beginning. Basically, since the second Rhaenyra's mom died, Alicent was doomed.
Yes.
So she doesn't really have a healthy relationship with anybody growing up, and is also been dealing with having a husband like that growing up, and then she has kids, and she is not even remotely prepared to have kids, and yeah, so none of those kids stood a chance either.
Oh God, no.
So nobody stood a chance. And then those kids had kids, which literally nobody is standing a chance here. So yeah. Okay. There is somebody who is the worst. It's one of the it's the character that you kind of love to hate. You kind of just want to see them have an absolutely hell of a death, and you want to cheer when it happens.
Rhaenyra?
Mm-mm.
Because I thought she was stupid, and that frustrated me.
No, there's a little bit of stupidity, but everyone in this is a little stupid. No one's thinking like 10 steps ahead, really. And the people who are thinking 10 steps ahead are not the people you want thinking 10 steps ahead. So, I'm talking about House of the Dragon, Happy Dinosaur. So, wait, Josh hasn't seen anything of season
Well, I mean,
two,
I saw
so-
season 1.
I said of season 2. Like, he hasn't
Okay.
seen anything of season 2 yet, so, yeah. But, yeah, there is somebody that is the worst, so, I'm kind of morbidly curious about this next episode. I want to watch the train wreck happen because it's happening and I'm watching it. So, anyway, all right, enough House of the Dragon talk. I think I have successfully bullied Josh into watching it. So,
Yes, it's been on my to watch list, but yeah, I'll get caught up before next week.
it's like there's going to be 3 episodes out by Sunday.
Right.
So, it's like 2 to 3 hours of your time,
Right.
depending if you want to watch, so I know you're watching WrestleManias, but just
We
give
are.
it a second. You're going to watch all the drama of WrestleMania, except there is no wrestling happening. There's dragons instead.
I don't know. In this current one that we're on, Triple H wants revenge on the Undertaker because he forced Shawn Michaels to retire.
I think that's just a skill issue. Like, Undertaker's my absolute favorite, bar none. It's not even close. Like, I don't even really have a second favorite. No, my second favorite would be Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio's fantastic. He's
yes,
so
Rey
much fun to
Mysterio.
watch, and he's still going.
Dude, he is this chaotic little flippy actor. He's like if Nightwing was a wrestler, and I love it. Super dramatic, absolutely insane, awesome costumes. Just like, so yeah, Undertaker is first, and then I would have to say, I think I'd have to say Rey Mysterio would be my second. I don't know who would be my third. There's a lot of them where it's just like you're fine, but then you do something that hurt. And then I can't really get behind you for that.
I really like Kurt Angle as well. He is underrated in how funny he was.
Oh, Stone Cold is fine. I like Stone Cold as
Yes.
well. It's just that fucking attitude's fun.
Oh my god, Austin and Angle together were fantastic.
Dude, so good. But yeah, no, Undertaker. Anyone who knows me knows that the Undertaker was obviously going to be my favorite. F off wrestling. Well, just as an FYI, Mary, I knew nothing about wrestling except I told Loki one day, he was like, "What do you want to watch?" And I said, "I want to watch drama. I want to watch something dramatic. What do you have for me?" He was like, "I have wrestling for you." And I was just like, "Well, I don't know anything about wrestling." Like, he's just like, No. Let's watch this documentary." And it's how it's
Was it the Night Wars documentary?
Yeah.
The Monday Night Wars?
The Night Wars. Yeah. So the
Yeah.
Monday Night Wars documentary, which basically tells the story of the rise and fall of WCW. And just kind of how embarrassing, and yet at the exact same time, totally, like, it could not have been avoided. It was a totally unavoidable disaster. So, utterly fascinating. But yes, I absolutely love The Undertaker, because we started watching it and they had this little intro and they were showing all of them, and I see this dude, this tall ass dude in this fucking awesome hat and this long cloak being dramatic, and I'm just like, who is that? I need to know more about this man.
Oh, and that opening, that opening gong every time he walks in, it's like, oh boy.
So good, dude. So good. Just a classic. And not only that, but he's fucking cool. He's not an asshole. It is so hard to find somebody who's like a performer or of anything who off the stage is not an asshole.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I mean, for decades he was, the leader in the locker room.
Yeah.
And And then he has a podcast on YouTube, and he's entertaining as hell to listen to. He's a good guy.
Dude, love him. Absolutely love him. Undertaker is the best. Just absolutely. I love hearing him talk about shit. It's just it is so good. Have you
checked out the Last Ride documentary about like the end of his career?
I've watched the majority of it.
Okay.
Because Loki rewatched it, I swear, like 3 times. So I've seen the majority.
It's really good.
Yes.
As he's like, I just want one good match to end my career on, and then he's like, oh, that was a good match. Oh, I can still do more, and then he gets injured, and it's this like a cycle. And his wife's like, you need to stop before you kill yourself.
Yes.
It was fascinating.
Yeah. He had this like intense love for her. He just had this love, and you want to go out on a high note, but at the same time, you don't want to stop doing what you love. So I totally get it.
Anyway,
so Loki, didn't you tell me that you watched like a little clip of the Undertaker and he was playing, what was it, the wrestling game? What's that wrestling game that you play too, Josh?
You mean the 2K24?
2K, yeah, he was playing.
Or whatever.
Yeah, so whichever one, I can't remember what it was, but he was playing it. His wife walks in. And he's playing it, and he's playing as the Undertaker in the Royal Rumble, and he's just like, well, there's no point in doing and continuing watching the Royal Rumble if the Undertaker gets taken out. And it's so funny that he says that, because I said the exact same thing every time Loki played that game and the Undertaker got taken out. I'm like, well, then what's the point of me watching if I'm not watching this massive mountain of a man just like bounce around,
Mm-hmm.
Like he's some kind of like like he's not the size he is. Yeah. I just love that idea of him just playing himself. And he's just like, yeah, well, obviously, who else am I going to play? Oh, yeah. He said, if the Undertaker doesn't win, this is bullshit. Like, true, though.
I still want to know how Kane never won a Royal Rumble. He should have.
He should have. I can't believe he's a mayor now.
Yes, isn't that crazy?
I would feel so good. Like if I lived in the city where Kane was my mayor. I'm like, well, I'm okay. Like the crime rate's going down to 0. Like obviously. Have you seen? There's a literal he can cut a promo on why you shouldn't do anything in this community. So, okay. So, yeah, no, absolutely. Anyway, we definitely have a plan, as you can tell.
Yes.
Let's see, what else has happened this week? Oh yeah, so the Dr. Disrespect thing. I don't know if anybody here cares about it.
Yeah, Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah, I never watched him.
Never a huge fan of him. Yeah, never a huge fan of him, but he's been around forever.
Oh, there he is asking.
Yeah, I do.
Yes, there you go. The Undertaker is the GOAT, the best. Let's see. Yeah, Dr. Disrespect. For those who don't know, which is okay because, quite frankly, it's kind of just bizarre. So Dr. Disrespect has been like a streamer forever. I think he's been a Twitch streamer for as long as I can remember. I was just aware of him.
He was one of the early guys on Twitch. Yeah.
Yeah, I never watched. I don't think I've ever watched him. The most I've watched him.
Well, now you have a reason.
Yeah. Now I have a reason to not watch him. Continue not watching him. Let's see.
Bye, Mary.
Bye. Actually, I think she's lurking. She's just
okay.
Lurking and working. So in 2020, he just like randomly got banned from Twitch.
Yes.
And you know, it's huge.
No reason was ever given.
No reason was ever given. No one ever talked about it. There was like rumors he was going to sue, and then it kind of just went away, and no one really spoke about it. And it would occasionally come back up in the internet cycle, you know, as things do, where people are just like, "Hey, did anyone figure out why?" And everyone's just like, "No, I have no idea why. That was never, I was never asked or never answered." And then apparently a Twitch employee, like a week ago, or less than a week ago, I think, a former Twitch employee just like started saying some shit on
It's like,
Twitter.
oh, this is why he's released.
But he didn't name names. See, that's the crazy part.
Yeah.
He didn't name any names, but it's really funny to like go back and see that like after everything, because it's very obviously talking about him, but because they didn't name names, you didn't know, because it could have been anybody. But somehow these fucking you know these Twitter users, which will like Dextero and you know all this shit, like is it Culture Crave and other shit like that, that some pop culture thing happens and they want to be the first one that gets everything out. So they like just post shit. And one of those people, I can't remember the name of the account, made the connection. It was Dr. Disrespect. It was very strange because nobody had really made that connection. And people were just like, okay, well, that's very alleged. There's no evidence of it except a dude who didn't even say the name. Didn't hint at the name, just said what had happened to them, why they were banned. But it's like also people get banned from Twitch all the time. Not perma-banned, but like they get banned from Twitch all the time, right?
Right.
So it's like it could have been so many people, but they made the connection. It was Dr. Disrespect. And then, because Dr. Disrespect has a company, he again, did had a company. I
mean, the company's still around.
The company's still around.
He has nothing to do with it.
He was a part of a company. So this gaming company, and I'm not 100 again. I'm not.
He founded it.
He founded it, but he's. They said they had done their own investigation and they dropped him, and people are just like, wait.
They came to a mutual decision to leave.
Sure.
Whether he wanted to or not.
It's one of those, you are leaving. Now, the way you can leave is different. And you can bow out gracefully, or we can be very embarrassing.
Right.
So, and it was, people were just like, okay, so they did an investigation, apparently found something.
Yep.
And then left. Generally speaking, companies don't tend to get rid of people like that with no evidence, right? There is exceptions where allegations alone will be the cause of people getting kicked. But generally speaking, they like to have evidence, because if you don't have evidence, then the person you fire can generally sue you for being wrongfully terminated, right? Unless you're in certain states where you can just be let go for like no reason. By the way, my state is one of those states.
Right to work state, yeah.
Yeah. So generally, you kind of have these certain things. Also, it's just good to have evidence to do, to make decisions on that. Just as a general measure of living on this, planet. And all of that kind of happened, and people were just like, okay, so this is kind of raising some eyebrows. And then all of a sudden, Dr. Disrespect decides to break some silence. And he kind of confirms it. Pretty much does everything but literally say yeah.
Yeah, and then so in his original statement he had a certain word in there, then did a re-edit of it where he took that word out. And the internet's because they're like, wait a minute, this was edited, and we have screenshots of what you originally posted, so now it's back to how it was before, confirming he had inappropriate conversations with a minor.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sorry, what, dude?
Yeah, that's not good.
Now, from what I understand, the minor in question was in Japan, where the age of consent is lower. It doesn't matter. He's still in the States and married at the time. I think he's still married. But he was a married man.
Is my internet gone to shit or breaking up?
It was breaking up, but you seem fine now.
Okay, because you sounded like you were breaking up, so that's why I was curious. Okay.
It might have been me. There's thunderstorms coming in my area.
It's all your fault, Josh.
Yeah.
Damn it. It's gonna be my fault.
Rambit! I'd not heard that. Really?
What? Minor in question turned out to be an FBI agent. Are you joking?
Really?
I don't know. I don't know.
Either way, it's bad.
You broke up from it. It is mine. Okay, sorry. I went robot. No, I'm joking. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I'm sorry if I'm roboting, guys. That.
You trolled us, Rambam.
Trolled us. How dare you?
But yeah. So like he admits to having inappropriate conversations with a minor that he knew was a minor. It wasn't a situation where they were talking and then he finds out her age and he immediately like cuts it off. No, he was aware.
See, the problem is I'm not 100% sure if he was aware, but it is really hard. You know what? I don't even know if it matters, right? Because he kept talking to them, right? Like, I don't know. It's just... Does it matter if he was aware before he found out? Yes, if he stopped talking afterwards. But from what I've gathered, he continued talking. So it doesn't matter if he knew, because he just kept doing... I don't know. I don't know if I'm phrasing that well. It's just like it was a minor. He was married. I don't...
Let's see. Yeah, that's that. There's also that aspect as well. It's like, you're a married man. What are you doing talking and flirting with another person regardless of their age? Then you add in their age and it's like, what the hell, dude?
Yeah. Hey, Matt J, how's it going? Yeah, kind of gross, kind of super gross. He really, that statement he released was pretty damning.
And for as long as he's been around, as many controversies as he's been in, how does he not have a lawyer look at it first before you release a statement?
Yeah, that was very
because he inadvertently confirmed the allegations.
Well, I mean, like,
actually, no, I take that back. He didn't inadvertently. He confirmed the allegations by his choice of words. So what the hell are you doing?
Yeah. Just not good. Yeah, just in general, just one of those like.
And surprisingly, his sub count has plummeted. I can't imagine why.
What? There's consequences for talking to a minor on the internet. My goodness.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that, Josh.
Yeah.
And we don't have...
and Rambam, apparently the kid was 17.
They were 17. I've heard the 17 number. I haven't seen like a confirmation on the 17 number.
Neither have I. But that's the number I keep seeing. But it doesn't matter. 17 is still underage here in the States, and you are in the States. It doesn't matter if the age of consent is lower in Japan. That's irrelevant.
Correct. Does not matter.
And again, married man.
Yep. Oh my goodness.
Hey y'all!
It's an Arwen.
What a fun topic you came in for, Arwen.
We're kind of just finishing up on it because it's like there's not a whole lot. He was speaking in character. Go back and read it with that in mind. I feel like that's worse.
When you're dealing with these kind of allegations, drop the character and speak real.
Yeah, it's like I understand that he has a brand, but
you're talking about when you have something with serious legal consequences. No, you take it seriously.
Yeah, you don't whip out a ukulele, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it on that. That was kind of this weird thing that happened. He chose very poorly. Yes. Well, the problem that if it was temptation is such like a creepy word, you know.
It is. Yeah.
But you know it's accurate, unfortunately.
Arwen just summed it up pretty well, yeah. Arwen just summed it up pretty well.
Oh, you've been around fuckery. That is true, though. True. So. Oh.
And Mark, don't let Arwen drive in Fortnite. I've seen what happens.
Oh my goodness. Are you making a commentary on women drivers?
No, I'm making commentary on Arwen driving.
Oh my goodness.
Just driving right into gas stations.
Hey, explosions are cool. All right.
Not when they damage your vehicle.
Get out and fix it. Pit stop. Double time. Ugh. So, the next topic that we are going to cover.
The one that we totally prepared for.
One that we totally prepared for, and I'm so excited to talk about with Josh because he has no idea what's going on. So his only source at the moment of knowing what's going on in the Acolyte is me.
Yes.
No, but cool Arwens run into explosions. Okay. Bye, Mary.
Bye, Mary.
Oh my goodness, you blamed your sexism is showing through.
Well, Mark, you just drive in a straight line no matter what.
He's a man. There is no turning to be involved.
We're going off road, and the shortest distance to your goal is a straight line, and he just goes.
Yes. Uh, so the acolyte. How excited!
I like Adega's comment here.
What?
Well,
Arthur will drive off with the wrong car. With wrong kids and head the wrong way. That is mean.
We love you, Arwen.
Y'all are so mean to poor Arwen.
It's so mean, even though it might be true.
Allegedly.
Yes. Why doesn't Arwen come around here often anymore?
I don't know, Arwen. Why don't you? Rude. So, Josh's favorite topic, the acolyte.
Yes. I just saw the meme of the haircut.
God help me, which haircut?
The one where she uses the lightsaber to cut off her braids.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. Worst thing she could have done. The long hair makes that haircut look better. So the short hair makes her look like a mop.
Yes.
The longer hair actually it makes the layers look better. Like it's not even close. Okay. The mop haircut's like a 2, okay? And the longer haircut's like a 7 to 8. All right. Actually, I'll go ahead and say it's an 8. It looks way better. Absolutely way better. I don't even understand why we have the short haircut, except for that scene. So, also very convenient that they both decided to have almost the exact same hairstyle, except one was longer, because then that couldn't have happened.
Right.
Like if one had dreads and one had cornrows, like good luck. You're not gonna be able to change that haircut in 5 seconds. So episode 5 was the fight scene episode. Okay. Mm-hmm. So there are Jedi Knights and Jedi Masters and Padawans and there's like 8 of them, I think.
Okay.
And there's one bad guy. So you're kind of thinking, and they're all there at the same time. So you're just sitting there like, okay. So the bad guy is either going to have to be better than Darth Vader. You know? Because it's like, they pulled out their lightsabers, and it's like, okay, so he's going to have to either be on par with the skills of like Anakin Skywalker, right? Mm-hmm. Or just like a little better. Or the Jedi are going to have to be incredibly incompetent. Which route do you think they took?
I mean, it wouldn't be out of the realm of Star Wars history for the Jedi to act kind of stupid.
Yeah. So first of all, the main problem I have with this fight is pretty much almost everyone dies. Laughably so. The Padawan among the group, not the flunked out Padawan, but like the active Padawan, lasts longer in the fight with the main bad guy than like 6 Jedi Masters and Knights, or 6 Jedi Knights, all attacking him at the same time.
Okay.
They all have lightsabers.
Mm-hmm.
They can all use the Force.
Uh-huh.
You have one guy. This should be easy.
Yeah.
You're a Jedi Knight. This should be a piece of fucking cake. Now, I understand you don't get a whole lot of combat in regards to other Force users, right? But that was embarrassing, in my opinion. It was not good. I just kind of went, like, one of the Jedi Knights, I cannot make this up, Josh. One of the Jedi Knights runs towards the bad guy, lightsaber drawn, and gets close enough to be stabbed.
That's an interesting technique.
Literally running like like a total idiot with their lightsaber out, just kind of flailing around, okay, with their and they come running and screaming to get, and it's a split second.
And you don't want to go running with your lightsaber out. There could be children watching.
They're in a forest,
Well, okay.
They're in a forest. I don't even understand how he defeated them all. It's like they've never trained. It's like all these people just faked their way to becoming a Jedi Knight without ever learning how to use the Force.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of don't even actually really know how to use the lightsaber in combat. I think there were children fighting in the Helm's Deep fight in Lord of the Rings that did a better job going the Orokai than the Jedi Knight went up against this stupid wannabe Sith guy. Smilo Ren, as people are calling him, which, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good name for him.
That is a good name.
Dude, his helmet's so cringe. I don't know what to do. It is the most edgy, wannabe edgelord.
I've seen the picture of it, yeah. It's really?
Stupid helmet with a giant Joker smile across it. There's just the most cringe shit I have ever seen in my life.
It's like if Lord Helmet from Spaceballs tried to be actually evil.
Yeah. No, not even that. I think he'd come up with something cooler. I'm not even kidding you. I think he'd come up with something cooler. It is not hard to come up with something cooler. All right. It is okay, you know what it is? It's if the person who wrote what's his name? Jeff the Killer. Tried to make Jeff the Killer into a Sith Lord. I'm not kidding. That would be what his mask was. Okay. It is so cringe. It is just utterly cringe.
Oh, Rambit. Yeah, I saw that video by Shadowversity. How a lightsaber should be treated like a rapier. That makes the most sense.
Yeah, the thin blade. Yeah, it should be.
Because you need to consider the entire blade of the entire lightsaber as the blade. So you want to keep it far away from you and be able to do quick little strikes.
Yes, I agree with that. You can kind of treat it like a sword, but I would save that for an advanced user who is really, really skilled, You know what I mean? Is super skilled in combat, doing more trick, kind of shot things.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in a normal fight, you really shouldn't be whipping out any trick shots unless absolutely necessary. It's first of all, you should be, if it's close combat, it should look something like the Duel of Fates fight scene between Anakin and Obi-Wan. That is a fantastic, that is the way I would showcase a close combat action fight with lightsabers. And
my only question, the only question I have for that whole Duel of the Fates fight scene, which is overall really, really good.
Yes.
All those rooms that they're fighting in, what are they for?
I don't know.
Why does this generator have this bottomless pit?
I don't know. Why did the Death Star have a bottomless pit?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, I'm sure it has a purpose. I just don't have any. I literally don't know what it is.
It's like that one room with the bottomless pit. Why are there like this hallway of like force fields? What's the purpose of that?
To make sure you don't go into the bottomless pit.
I guess so. To make sure you can watch your mentor die.
All right, asshole. Don't go into here's force field since y'all are so stupid. You will ignore the railing and go into the bottomless pit. Okay. So yeah.
Anyway.
So that's what it should look like. Also, they're in a forest, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not in like a barren room. There is shit you can throw, right? There is shit you can pull. There is all kinds of fun stuff that you can do in a forest. You can move the vines, right? There's rocks and shit around, you know?
Leave it to Adega to give us a lesson in villainry.
You didn't know nothing of villainy. There's always a pit. Always. Yeah. Okay. That's my pit. Yes.
Okay.
In my villain lair, that is my bottomless pit. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I take it back.
Yes. It has in a villain's lair, there always has to be some kind of impractical thing that's just kind of inexplicably there that you're just kind of like, this is just to make it look cool, right? Like the shark pool, that was to make it look cool, you know, being inside the volcano, that was to make it look cool, you know, just, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or whatever Spock is doing to fix the Enterprise and Wrath of Khan. It's like, I get he's fixing the ship. I don't know what he's doing, though.
Yeah, he's just doing stuff. I'm sure he's doing stuff.
He's just sticking his hands into this thing where steam is just like blasting into his face. Like, what is this exactly?
It's just one of those things where, okay, I mean, he is doing stuff. So we know
the
why.
Ship. That's all we know.
We know why he's doing stuff. We just don't know what this stuff is that he's doing, but we know what the goal is to doing this stuff. So
right.
But yeah. So this really sad fight. It's just apparently they were inspired by like Duel of Fate. They were hyping this. I think this was the fight scene. They had been hyping this fight scene up for Duel of Fate. And I'm just like, okay, so you have a bunch of telekinesis users, all right, with swords that is basically like a straight line of like plasma, right? Like superheated plasma kind of just sticking out of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I guess laser, whatever you want. I don't want to say laser sword, but you know what I mean, right? Just like this sword, this blade of instant like death or dismemberment. And the coolest thing you could think of was these expert warriors run with these insane weapons towards the bad guy. Why were we not like, honestly, we didn't need all of them, right? He like very much so could have been way cooler with a one-on-one, which we do get a one-on-one later. It's just not as cool as it should have been. It's nowhere close to being as cool as it should have been. Because you're in the forest. You have so much shit you can use in the forest. You know? It's just like it's endless. You have endless shit you can throw and pull, and you can like basically make whips out of like vines, you know? You can like just hurling the projectiles of rocks, you know? You can make tree roots come up and grab his ankles, you know, if you really want to, if you want to get fancy with it. So if you have like a more like advanced person that can really like get that the finite details of a pull, you know,
Yeah, if you reach telekinesis level 4, that unlocks plant related abilities. That's how the Force works.
It's just, well, I'm just saying, like, as far as push and pull goes, there is so much shit you can do in a Force.
Oh God, yes.
It is like endless what you could think of, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's so good, and when you have multiple people, you can do a lot more flexible shit, right? That's what I'm talking about, like the roots. You get 2 people working on that shit that are kind of like really in tune with one another. They could have those roots come out and grab them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have people draw his attention away like a magic trick, right? You don't focus on the actual thing that's happening. The vines could come out and grab him. It's one of those things where like the fight could be really cool.
And this is also why, in my humble opinion, Yoda never should have had a lightsaber.
He didn't need one.
Exactly. The whole idea, especially as we saw in Empire, judge me by my size, do you? He's illustrating that being a Jedi is not about the physical. It's beyond that. Like, he didn't need a weapon because the Force is his ally.
I like to think that in order to like properly like actually finish being a Jedi, I think, isn't this written like in the EU or something? I feel like Loki told me this, where like in order to become like an actual Jedi, you need to make a lightsaber.
Yes.
So like he would just like have one because
that was one of the trials.
Yeah. So he has one because he's a Jedi, but he would never use it really,
Well, and the thing is, we associate the lightsaber as a weapon because it's a sword, and warriors have swords. But the sword is designed for basically the humanoid figure. Yoda doesn't have that.
No, it would have to be something.
So they should be like customized weapons for that particular species that you could do.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Like Kit Fisto, he has all those tentacles. Wouldn't a lightsaber be extremely dangerous for him?
Yeah. I think lightsaber, some kind of weapon of that choice, right? And you kind of get to customize it as you will, right? So that's why, I mean, just in the lightsaber, you have like one-handed, you have two-handed, you have the dual wielding, right? Where you even have 2, right? But you also have like the double-ended ones,
right?
Which I think the superior way to do it is to have the double-ended ones that become 2.
Or you could go with the Jedi Swiss Army knife that we saw Rey have in that glorious meme.
I still can't believe that's real. So it's just such a wasted opportunity to have something like really cool. And there's this one character, and I forget what his name is, because honestly, who cares for the most part. But it's the flunked out Padawan and this other guy, and they're trying to get away because they've been ordered by like one of the like Jedi Masters to go. Like, let me take care of this. You go. And this stupid idiot is just holding his fucking lightsaber on as they're going away. The entire time they are going away until they stop, turn around, and like head back. He has it on. And I'm just sitting there like, can you imagine like trying to escape with someone who just has basically this giant beam of light that if you go too close to it, it will cut anything? Can you imagine like trying to escape with that person? And you're just like, dude, can you put that away? There's enough light I can see shit. And I can't really see Like, have you tried to run with a flashlight? It's hard because you're trying to see shit, but you're moving and your body's moving. So the light isn't like a beam, like a super stable beam. Now imagine that light, that flashlight is a lightsaber.
Right.
Like, I would never run with that. Never.
No.
Why the hell would I?
Remember in Return of the Jedi when Rey was using a lightsaber as a flashlight?
Oh, you mean Rise of Skywalker? Not
Rise of whatever. I don't remember anymore.
It's all right. Yeah, no, I know. It was just, I had the same exact problem there, even kind of more so because it was a cave. It's just like, I can't see anything with that, right? That would be like if I had like a giant flare that I just kind of held in front of me, right? Except it's like a bazillion times brighter. I did not say flashlight. I said flashlight. And yes, there are these stupid insects that are attracted to the light. And they basically stick these insects on the bad guy. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. It's so incredibly stupid.
Wow.
Let's see. So pretty much everyone dies except for the Asian guy, who's by far like the best actor in the entire show. The guy from Squid Games that people talk about. People usually call him Squid Games. And then you have the main character, and then their evil sister, which is so stupid. And it's just, ugh. They're cryptic as shit. They don't actually say anything that that any normal person would say, right? Like, oh, you don't understand. They've brainwashed you. Duh, 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 duh. It's like, okay, well, can you tell me what I don't know? No, you're going to be cryptic. Great, thank you. That's not helpful. I need... Why are you mad at me for not knowing something and then proceed to not tell me something? You don't tell me the thing that you're mad at me for not knowing. Why? Just tell me it.
The nut does not blame the nutcracker for what it does not crack. Like, what?
I'm sorry.
What are you talking about?
Are you mad that I've been brainwashed? Like, I'm sorry. Like, how dare you? You don't remember. They brainwashed you. Yeah, okay. Well, what do I not know? Oh, you're just not going to say it. Okay, thank you. You're just going to... Cryptic. You're cryptic as shit. That's all you're going to say. And continue to be mad that I don't know it. Thank you. You're so good. You're so great.
So wise.
So wise. So wonderful. It's so bad. And there's this stupid lightsaber thing, and everyone's dead, and oh, Soul, that's his name. That's Squid Game's name. They'd like, not that Soul had much of a character, okay? Not that he had much of a character, because they don't know how to write. But what little character he had, they destroyed in the episode. Because like twice they have him just kind of stand there for dramatic effect, and the camera's not on him, so he doesn't exist, right? It's one of those moments where, oh, the camera's not on him, so I mean, he's not doing anything, so it's fine. And the Padawan ends up getting killed. His Padawan dies in front of him, and he just kind of stands there. And then his former Padawan, which was the idiot that was just waving the lightsaber around, he gets his neck broken.
Oh.
After the chick that was with the idiot waving the lightsaber around, when they come back, Osha's the good one. May is the bad one. Osha's like, well, you can't kill him because he's about to kill the bad guy. Soul is. He has him by the throat. Or he has him by like his robes, and he has his lightsaber up.
That would qualify as an OSHA violation.
Yes, exactly. And he is like about to swing and like decapitate him with his lightsaber. So the show would be over, right? Osha's like, no, he's unarmed. That's not the Jedi way. And it has introduced now that that a Jedi apparently is not allowed to kill somebody, even though they've killed so many Jedi at this point. I'd probably say he's in the double digits now as far as Jedi he's killed. He's not allowed to kill his Jedi because he's not armed. So what happens when he lets him go? He immediately grabs his lightsaber and becomes and then he breaks his former Padawan's neck. Just like... Okay. Well, you could have saved that guy, but you kind of just... It's like... Have you ever played a game that has quick time events?
Yes, unfortunately.
Have you failed one of those? And it's like, have you ever played Until Dawn?
Briefly, but I have played it.
Okay, so
I never finished it, but I have played it.
So have you gotten to a point where like you did a quick time event that you failed?
Yes.
And a character horrifically dies?
Yes.
Because you hit E and the stupid thing didn't register that you hit E.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or the prompt was on there for like just a half a second.
Literally, if you didn't know it was coming.
I hit it!
And then it auto-saves. So in order for you to go back to save that character, you have to start all over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's basically what happens. Soul fails all of his quick time events and just lets all these characters die in front of him.
What a great Jedi.
Dude, it is so infuriating. It's so infuriating. Oh, and to top it all off, the stupid guy. I know they call him the Stranger. They can fuck off with that edgy title, okay? This fucking Smilo Ren has... Have you read the EU books?
I've read a few of them.
Okay. There is a medal.
Cortosis.
Yes. Coruscant place. There we go. Cortosis. They introduced Cortosis. Do you want to know how they introduced Cortosis?
Oh god, how do they introduce one of the most powerful materials in the Star Wars lore that prevents that can't be that gives you protection against lightsabers? So,
it's fun because in the middle of the fight with all the Jedi Knights, all of a sudden, Smilo Ren fucking head butts a lightsaber. Because they decide to attack him all at once, finally. So he blocks off two with his lightsaber, and then he headbutts one of them with his helmet.
That's not how Cortosis works, but okay.
Well, by the way, that's how they introduce it. They don't name it. The only reason why I know about Cortosis is because of EFAT. Because somebody on their panel knew about Cortosis, and that's how everyone else on that panel found out about Cortosis. Because we were just like, what the fuck happened?
I remember learning about Cortosis from Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast.
Let's see if I can get it.
Because there's a because the bad guy he has a cult, and his elite warriors get Cortosis, which allows you to which allows them to go head on head with you as a Jedi.
Yeah.
And it's never stated, but that's why that's what Vader's suit was also made out of. A large chunk of it was made out of Cortosis, which is why, like in Empire, he takes that shot to the arm and it doesn't hack his arm off.
That makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
Trying to see if I can get a frame of it.
And yes, Rambam, cortosis does sound like an illness.
All right. Come on. Really? No one has that frame? I am disappointed.
Oh, Arwen, this is why she's taking me through it, because I refuse to watch anything Star Wars now.
That's great.
She just wants to torture me.
Yes. So it's kind of become a weekly thing where I just like. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can get you. I just want to get that frame. I don't need anything else. I just want to get the frame. Hold on. Hold on. Come.
And yes, people have pointed out in the chat multiple times now, cortosis is useless against other things except for lightsabers. You can't just make anything out of armor and be like, okay, we'll make this out of cortosis and everything's protected. Nah, it does shit against, like, blasters or anything like that.
Okay. All right. I found it. I am hoping.
I hope this was worth it.
It is worth it.
Okay.
So I'm going to play 5 seconds and hope and pray.
Oh, God. Bye, everyone.
Hold on. Can I not find the GIF? I just want a GIF of it. Let me double check and make sure. Come on, give me a GIF. Give me GIF.
Thrill as she searches.
Shut up.
So WrestleMania 25, Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, is, in my opinion, the best match of all time. It's back and forth. It's absolutely fantastic. Taker has said that was the first time he ever let anyone kick out of the tombstone. He's also said that was the probably the most perfect match he ever had, except for missing the camera guy when he lunges out of the ring. I'm running out of things to say.
Okay. All right. We're just bear with me. Okay. It's it's like 3 seconds. Okay. It's like 3 seconds.
Okay.
Okay. 3 seconds. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
Are you watching?
All right. You have the sound off?
Yes. Everything, okay. All the sounds off. We're good. All right.
Okay. All right.
All right, watch. Come on. Really? So So
That's amazing.
so that was important enough for me to risk another copyright.
That was so bad.
So that was pretty much like our introduction to it. Yeah. Yeah, no, it literally, that's your introduction. They don't ever mention it by name. He just hits one lightsaber with his wrist and headbutts. And by the way, he headbutts again. This is the first, there are 2 lightsaber headbutts that happen in this episode. This is the dumbest scene. It's one of those where it's like, okay, so I don't know anything about
the campfire on the ship might be dumber.
Yeah, it might be dumber. It just, yeah, it's just,
the fire in space might be dumber.
Yeah. So I dare not show more, but just to give you an idea. Yeah.
Oh, there you go, Chris. Star Wars, a fanfic story.
So, how exciting.
And Mark, really? Hogan and Ultimate Warrior is the greatest match of all time? Warrior wasn't that good of a wrestler.
My goodness.
He had a great look, but he wasn't that good. And the man was insane. He has a comic book, and it's insanity. Hold on, let's see if I can find this real quick. No, I'm not looking for the WWE comic books. I'm looking for the Ultimate Warrior comic book.
Oh my goodness. I love the I mean, what am I supposed to do with headbutting a lightsaber? What am I supposed to do with that, Josh? Yes, I will say that was a great fight. As somebody who saw that, yes.
Oh God, yeah. Yes, that was a. It's one of those. The Hell in a Cell Taker and Shawn Michaels was the better match, but Mankind Taker was memorable in all the wrong ways because things went wrong. I mean, Mick got hurt really, really badly.
Well, you did ask.
Well, yeah.
My cat killed him.
And then because of how like tight the quarters were, they had to like start raising the cell in order to get the gurney in, and Taker's still on top of it.
Yes.
I mean, he said he's like He's looking at people at the cheap seats eye to eye.
Yeah, hi, how's it going?
And it's like all he can do is wait. And he also has said that when the second one where Mick just went right through the ceiling of the cell, he thought, oh my god, I just killed him. Like he legitimately thought I killed him. It's whew. I know when he got backstage, Vince told him, I appreciate everything you just did. I never want to see that again.
Yeah.
And apparently he still kind of has that reputation. I saw that in an interview with Mick Foley where like Raw was in town, so he went to go visit it. And when he went into Triple H's office, he just went, Mick, I'm not putting you in the ring. I'm not doing it.
No.
Very good question, Shay. How is Mick Foley still alive?
I have no idea. I have no idea. What you looking up, Josh? Were you looking up something?
Yeah, I don't like how Google has changed how they do images.
Yeah, it seems like clunkier.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a fan.
It's like, I mean, you used to be able to just click on the image. Now it just takes you right to the site. Like, I don't want that.
No. No, that's annoying.
Fine. All right. I'll do it this way. I'm gonna send you the Amazon link so you can take a look at it.
No, you do it here.
Oh, all right. I can do that.
Why do you not do that? Why are you sending me shit?
Okay, all right. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Okay, there we go. Hello?
No, sorry. I got distracted. Very professional. What is this?
The Ultimate Warrior wrote a comic book.
Is that cringe? It feels a little cringe.
It's very cringe.
Okay.
Especially since at this point, Warrior was he had drug issues, and this is one of the most nonsensical books I have ever read.
How does it compare to Moonfall?
Moonfall is a masterpiece.
Okay. So not on Moonfall's level.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, if you want to pick it up, there's only one left.
Oh, yeah. You know, I was... really hoping there was a way for me to get a hold of one of them. Yeah, we are incredibly professional, okay?
Yeah. And it's written by the Warrior, so yeah. It's insane. You can see right there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of undeniable, just
Because I think this is after he legally changed his name to Warrior.
yes.
Yeah.
That's
Mark just mentioned it. Yeah, he legally changed his name to Warrior. He was crazy. Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Mark also bringing up Shane McMahon getting thrown through what was supposed to be candy glass, and it was real.
Oh no.
Yeah.
There's a very big difference between like sugar glass and actual glass.
Yes. So yeah, and apparently like because like he's Kurt Angle was supposed to like suplex him through the glass, and then it didn't happen. And he's I'm just gonna okay, well, we're gonna do we need to come up with something different. And Shane was like, no, just do it again, It's like, okay. And apparently Vince was like right off stage ready to end the match because of how bad it was going.
Yeah.
I'd
imagine.
Yeah, that's another one of those really, really, really bad bumps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, was he okay?
He was cut up pretty badly.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Because it was supposed to be candy glass, and instead it was plexiglass.
Ooh, that might be worse than actual glass.
Mm-hmm.
Is plexiglass harder?
Yes, it is.
Ow.
Yeah. There's another one of the really bad ones was Kurt Angle was the champion, and he was supposed to drop the belt to Brock Lesnar, and Brock did a moonsault and missed, and his head hit the mat first.
What's a moonsault?
That's where you do the backwards dive. Like you stand on the corner of the ring facing the audience and then flip backwards to hit your opponent.
Ow.
He missed and his head hit the mat first. And Kurt Angle thought for a moment, I think he just broke his neck.
What the fuck?
And Kurt was the current champion. He had to drop it because he had neck surgery the following day. So he's like, "We got to drop it, dude. You need to pin me. Get up."
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like what these guys put their bodies through. It is insane.
Could not happen now. Although it's kind of a blessing, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and then the Bret Hart Steve Austin match where he's bleeding profusely.
Yeah, that one I am familiar with.
Oof. It's like that was, I don't know where he got cut, but it was bad.
Cuts to the face bleed a lot. So like the most mild cut to the face. So like you'll see this in movies where like if someone gets like sliced above their forehead, right? That's like a really good move is to slice somebody like above, not above their forehead, but above their eyebrows on their forehead. It's because there's so much blood that will come out, and it will blind them.
Mhm.
So honestly, it probably was just a cut on the head that was displayed. And plus, you have to think their hearts are pumping. So because their hearts are pumping so fast, because they're adrenaline
True.
and in a match, and right, it's going to be worse.
They also were known to like take like aspirin before one of the matches, so that their blood was thinner.
Yeah.
That's something that they would do a lot.
Definitely weren't doing any steroids.
No. They drank their milk, ate their vitamins, and said their prayers. That's how they got so big.
Ate their broccoli, did all their homework,
I'm sorry,
Went to
not
bed
drink their
on
milk.
time?
No, I'm sorry, not drink their milk. Eat their vegetables. That was it.
Yeah. Oh, that is all I got. You got anything else, Josh?
Not really, no.
Okay. Excited. We should.
And let me tell you something, Mark. All of your Markamaniacs are gonna fall at WrestleMania. Oh yeah.
Brother.
I was doing Randy Savage, thank you.
No, brother. Everyone says brother in wrestling. That is a common known fact. Also, they all sound the same.
I was doing Randy Savage to Mark's Hulk Hogan since he has Markamaniacs.
Okay. Oh, I definitely need to hear Mark's Hulk Hogan then.
Yes.
All right. So, you got anything going on, Jeff?
Probably a nap.
Nap? Okay. I gotta clean up on the house. How exciting! Woo!
Also sounds like you have a fire alarm that has a dead battery.
Oh no, I inherited Loki's old squeaky chair. I fidget and
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's the chair. All right.
It's a perfectly good chair. It just squeaks and is annoying to everybody around me. So it's just
some WD-40 then.
Well, I finally got an office and I got a desk, and he got a different one because this hurt his back. This does not hurt my back. I can lean back in it. And even though it is annoying, when you're gaming, being able to lean back in your chair is superior.
Yes.
So. Oh, that's all I got. I think we're doing a stream next weekend. I know it's kind of like July 4th is doing one of those awkward. It's kind of awkwardly in there. You know what I mean? When holidays happen
it's in the middle of the week, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
when
Thursday, right?
Holidays happen on Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. You're just kind of like, what do I do with you? I don't like this.
Mm-mm. Oh.
What?
I just realized that means that I get a short week.
I know. I'm very excited.
Well, no, it's more than that because my current schedule is Sunday through Thursday. So I get a 3-day weekend just right through. Yeah.
Look at that. 3-day weekend. 3-day weekend. Party.
All right.
Party or doing nothing?
I'm a proponent of doing nothing.
I am a fan of if you have a vacation plan, or you have
that's one thing,
your extra income or whatever, that's one thing, right? But there is nothing wrong with just chilling.
A nice staycation, yeah. Like,
Staycations are underrated.
You can get caught up on things you've been meaning to do around the house for months.
Way too long,
Yeah.
I always like that.
Yeah. Oh, look at Chris getting the 3-day weekend with Canada Day.
Canada Day's on Monday? Oh my goodness. What do y'all do on Canada Day?
I think they all play hockey.
And drink maple syrup?
Yes.
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah. Because that's what all Canada does.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Oh, and also get Tim Hortons.
Oh, and ride a moose. They ride moose.
They ride a moose to get their Tim Hortons coffee.
Play hockey.
And then take the moose to the arena to play hockey. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. We figured it out. Go team.
Makes total sense, actually. We did it. All right. Go team. All right, thank you for coming. Most likely we will have a stream next Saturday. Most likely. I cannot guarantee it.
And we will totally have a topic.
We'll totally have a plan.
Yeah.
There will definitely be a plan in place. Yeah. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.